Welcome to the Extract Podcast.
We are raising the bar for financial advisory.
By advisors for advisors. And today we have more with
Welcome
us here
back.
again.
Happy to be back, yes.
We're happy to have you here too.
Yes, thanks.
So today we are going to talk about some AI stuff.
When you see Mon, you talk about AI.
So easy for you, like everything is AI stuff.
Yes.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Oh yes, I wanted to ask something because I read that Apple is like selling out of Mac Minis.
Running on Mac Minis,
Oh,
yes. I
yes.
know what you're going to talk about, yes.
Yes, so I'm just thinking like what's going on, like
How much do you know?
what am I missing out?
Emma, you heard of it also?
Yeah, this is everywhere, right? Everyone talk about this Mac Mini sold out until I think maybe 2 months later. At the time of recording, that's basically the situation right now.
Yeah.
So
So
Why?
basically, there's this trend whereby I'm sure people have started to heard of these words like AI agents. So apparently so some of these words may sound off too technical for you, but I have to just try to explain as much as possible. So there's
Alright.
this like really talented developer that actually created somehow like a open source AI agent that's autonomous.
Okay.
That means you can just use it yourself. Anybody in the world can use it. Then they can put it onto their laptop. They can use a Mac Mini to run it fully. It's like a digital assistant that can run your life. So because of that, everybody was like, yeah, I want to do it. Then they start queuing to
I
buy all these
see.
Mac Mini around the whole world. There's just a global shortage for this. Yeah, in fact, I was checking with my friends who works in Apple, like when is the next earliest batch? They say, now, as of now, it's like end March, right? It's going to be like end April, early May in Singapore, then we have stock to buy.
Okay, it's 1 month out.
Wow.
We have
Okay,
never seen this
okay.
very specific product being sold out for so long, right?
Correct.
It's not a newly launched product, right? Usually
It's
it
not,
happens
it's not.
only for newly launched
It's not.
products.
But they found
I
a
see.
new use case for it.
Yes,
so
yes,
suddenly
yes.
everyone has been buying.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
So people are buying it, and the early adopters are basically using this device, right, to build their AI agents, right? I mean, that's basically what's happening right now.
In fact, it's like creating their own workflows, creating their own localized AI system.
Okay.
Meaning, say, whatever you have been doing on your desktop or in your normal life, right? Now you have this I would say like super assistant that can run for you. You can give commands, they can do stuff for you, they can spawn a lot of minions for you to get things done for you.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, I don't know. Like, I don't know how this is the best I can to explain to you.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble visualizing.
Yeah.
So,
So I
is
mean, what started a few years ago, like ChatGPT was the first one to came onto the scene, right?
Yes,
when we talk about
yes.
AI as a chatbot. So
Yeah.
people are no longer just using AI as a chatbot, as a question and answer kind of thing. Yeah, they're already moving into the next, I would think, era of using AI to actually solve real things, do part of their workflows. And I think this term has been floating around a lot. This term called open claw. I think people have been hearing this term. You know, the lobster thing you have been seeing everywhere, right?
You know or don't know.
honestly, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if you have not heard about it, you should hear about it pretty soon, because there are
Okay.
people going around to train, teach, gatherings about open claw,
I
basically.
see. But what exactly is that? Because it seems quite serious, right? If people are like buying processors
Yes,
to build
yes.
their own structure and
Yeah.
systems.
So when people
Right.
start to do that, then we definitely need to explore a little bit more on what is that. So Mon, what is open claw basically?
So it's similar to what I was saying, but maybe a better analogy now to explain is OpenClaw is like a intern. Imagine this 24/7 intern that works for you, follow 100% of your instructions, also has his brain of his own, and to act for you like a super PA.
Oh.
However, it can be easily influenced or manipulated by other people. So
Yeah,
Oh.
because young intern, right?
So it's a very a new thing.
Okay.
I would say it's still in the infancy phase where people are testing it out, but they don't dare to test it full blown because crazy stuff like if you give them full access to your
Yeah.
Gmail or your calendar, they're going to delete all your files or they try to do something funny. So because it's a brain of its own, it has
Right.
it's autonomous. That basically it can based on what you give the context of the work, he will do what he thinks is best for you.
Okay.
That's the part it becomes a bit tricky here.
Yeah. Sounds exciting and dangerous at the same time. So I think when people start to look at the technology being accessible enough, because I mean, a couple of years of using ChatGPT, LLMs and whatnot, right? Then now people are looking at, hey, what if you give it a computer? So you give this internal computer and it's basically the Mac Mini. Then you give it maybe the brain, that's the LLM underneath. Then you give it some tools like your mail, your calendar. You give it some skills which they can plug online to actually learn all these skills. Then you give it internet access. Basically, you can start to do part of your workflow. That's basically how it is. What is happening right now.
Okay.
So
and this trend is hot because like now models are rampant. Maybe AI models are rampant. And then all these hardware are actually quite not so expensive. Then if you can have this open source AI model that you can just plug through inside your local hardware and then you can get things going. It solves like 80% of your admin workflow in your life. That's why people go crazy over it. Yeah. So like, I don't know, the China craze is also madness. We have people lining up in public, teaching them how to do this code. In fact, what you're saying is there's this, I think Singapore also had this open claw community that was set up. And people even just formed and then came to it. I think it's like a ground up. They just meet together to talk about how to set this thing up. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a hot thing. Yeah.
Oh, but what kind of processes can it like do for you actually? Like if we are talking about it being such a convenience, brain of its own, like in particular maybe for financial consultants.
Okay. That's a very good question to ask from here. So maybe I should ask you now, how's your workflow like? Like say for example, from a time you meet a first appointment with a client all the way to maybe they become your client.
Oh, okay.
Roughly yeah.
Typically, we will have to look through everything that they might have, that they have shared. Then we'll analyze whatever goals that they have, the situation, potential pitfalls, blind spots. And then we'll have to generate quotations if it's relevant for them.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll meet them again after that.
So usually how long it takes for you to do all this?
Depending on how complicated their portfolio is. Yeah.
So there must be some standardized workflow, but it still takes time, right? So how long do you take?
Minimally 30 minutes, 1 hour, but like complicated cases can take like 3 hours or more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So imagine with a snap of a finger of a command that you give it like within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, assuming you have a good workflow, that you already tell the AI like what are your steps. Take for example, you analyze the client, right? There's certain metadata that you want out of it to look at it. And then your PI generations can be automated. AI agents can do it for you.
Your quotation generation, basically.
Yes, correct. Quotation generation. Then thereafter, say your presentation slides. Or you want to lay out the layouts of what the points you want to lay out to tell them.
That will be so helpful.
Yeah. So all done.
Or
this
the
whole
emails
workflow
that is being drafted to send to your client.
I see.
The automated reply of such emails, the fixing of appointments, looking through your calendar, etc., etc. Yeah. So AI is no longer just a question and answer chatbot kind of thing. People are not just using it as a replacement for Google, right? Nowadays, it's truly really replacing some of the workflow that we can actually
I feel a bit called out because like I truly use chat for replacement of Google.
You are the classic 90% of the people around.
Also, there's this thing whereby, wow, AI is super good at they just put AI onto their old habits. Oh, now I use it to search better. No, I thought you use it for your therapist. No?
Well,
too much info. So would that give you a better picture?
Yes, I think it will be very efficient. And I would really appreciate that.
So like what Eamon says, instead of using AI just purely for chatting purposes, I think this new trend is not going to go away.
Okay.
People will really start replacing a lot of their, I would say, low stakes, lower level, like life process flow or work process flow to be outsourced to this.
Okay. If that's the case, then is there any part that advisors or consultants should be concerned about?
Back to the how much of this will advisor be replaced?
I mean, that's always something on our mind, right?
Yes.
So I don't think the AI is able to replace every single part of the process, but there are definitely a lot of the low-lying stuff, the heavy, rather low-lying, maybe the very heavy lifting, you spend a lot of hours, kind of administrative stuff. That one definitely we can actually outsource it to AI. then basically left with all the other more human aspects that we should still focus on, so to speak.
I see.
Yeah. So rather than being worried about whether you replace us, right? More of changing our habits to making sure that it can help us in our workflows more than anything else.
Yeah. So second one, Emman's saying basically comparison, meeting transcript, summary to send to client, all this will be done by AI. Good thing because you free up time, right? Then the question is, what can I do better?
Yeah, what else do we do about it?
Can we speak to a client and be more focused with them? Can the client experience be better? Can we walk through with them? Like, I think we talked a little bit about it in past one episode, would be like some form of behavioral influence and coaching with them, walk them through the financial decision-making process. Yeah, I think those are the things that we can really focus a lot more on.
Yeah, because once the information advantage is gone, right, then it's really up to us to decide how else do we want to use our time and how do we level up ourselves in the areas that truly cannot be replaced by AI more than anything else.
But you guys both mentioned things like, summaries and like workflow processes, information. I'm just wondering, like, is this safe?
See, one of the most smartest questions you ever asked on podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic question because blind adoption, right, is you're basically asking for trouble. Any new technology that came out, I mean, it's the same, right? If you look in the past, when the maybe steam engine came out, right, then you don't know how to use, then you might fall off whatever vehicles that you are at. When the internet came out, there were a lot of maybe .com and internet scams that started off. It doesn't mean that you just apply it, the technology means it's safe. I think in the world of AI, this becomes even more paramount. It's even more important right now. In fact, I think the regulators, right, are very cognizant of this. As of recording, right, just last week, MAS actually launched this 170-page document called MindForge. Right, if I'm not wrong. So which is a smart move. Okay, I think the Singapore government and MAS wants to be one of the first few, if not the first one, to have a very clear-cut regulation of how to deal with and how to handle AI. Especially in the area of dealing with finance and client data, which is basically what we are doing. So it's a very, very legit question to ask for sure.
That's why I say it's a smart question. So because one of the things is like we're doing sensitive data. That's one very big piece that the guideline talks about. There are also other things, for example, hallucination. Like actually, are the outputs actually really correct? So if you're going to fully like outsource a lot of all this data crunching, and thereafter using this output or data crunching to give financial advice, you really must know whether there's enough check and measures for them, which I think is it's just a really legit thing. So like now it's like, especially with OpenClaw deployment. Okay, this OpenClaw thing, by the way, is only at individual level. The enterprise level is not solved. Basically, meaning to say, we do not know how to control it. We do not know whether to do any funny. Would they go and delete your full database of your client data, which
AI uprising.
All the movies that we used to watch when we were kids, right?
I like talking to seniors. Always like all this very layman AI stuff that are coming, but it's real life.
I think it's real.
I feel like it's a genuine concern.
It is. That's the way you say. I love it.
In fact, just whatever Mon has mentioned just now, right? It's just simply maybe it's two different kind of risks that he just by what he mentioned. So the first one he talked about in terms of accuracy, in terms of hallucination, because the AI might not know that it doesn't know, and it will just give you a output. Assuming that it knows everything. And if you trust the output fully, right, on certain sensitive analysis and whatnot, thinking that the AI is accurate, right, then you fall into issues. So end of the day, whose fault is it? Is it the user? Is it the AI's fault? Right? I mean, it comes down to all this, right? End of the day, there still needs to be a person in the loop kind of structure. But we need to take responsibility over the outcome of the accuracy of the output. And that's just one part of the risk, right? The other one that he mentioned just now is the risk of data. In fact, I think that might be the bigger risk. Because all you need is one incident to happen. That's why I think MAS came out with the MindForge and whatever. And that was done in conjunction with the frontiers of this industry, the banks and the insurers and whatnot. So I think they have applied some of these technologies or frameworks in the way they have been testing.
It's very comprehensive, but at least we know that our government is doing something to ensure that we adopt it in the right manner.
More innovatively and not just
safely, I would say.
I would think safety is a bigger paramount concern for them than just the innovation. But I think they want the innovation, but it needs to be done correctly because the risk is really too much. I mean, Singapore exists as a financial hub because of the reputation and the trust to make sure that we are all highly regulated. I mean, we are in a highly regulated industry. So I don't think that is something that they want to play with. And which is a good move, honestly speaking. Yeah, like I say, it's maybe one of the major bank. Imagine one of the major bank have a AI issue. And then suddenly the AI wipe out all the data in the bank records.
Or they start sending out data to random people that inquire that don't have access.
That's money to people.
Well, I can imagine that when it says
just one incident like that can actually destroy all the goodwill and the trust that's built out along the years for our financial system, right? So I don't think it's something that we can raise. So
I'm actually happy you brought this point, and Edmund is already on top of things, knowing that there's this MindForge, because as leaders, I think we should really think about using it correctly.
For sure. Yeah. So while we are excited, for sure, it's like, oh, this technology can do this, can do that. Maybe on a personal basis, the stakes are not as high, right? We can experiment a little bit more. We can try a little bit more. We already do see very technically inclined people playing with OpenClaw and getting burned by it. So they have their whole emails being wiped out, their database, because it comes down to the AI's interpretation of your prompts, right? If you say, give me the most efficient inbox ever, maybe the most efficient way is to delete all your email. That can be one form of interpretation of So all those movies that you talk about, like AI take over the world kind of stories, right? It might not be that far away.
But I do have a very real question to ask. Like I hopefully not, like some advisors would have uploaded client data with some LLMs and try to run some analysis with the LLM, not knowing how they deal with the data.
You don't write Sing.
I'm very proud to say that I don't.
Good.
Because we don't. We are very law abiding at financial consultants.
I like to be a bit more careful.
For sure.
All I do is
be a therapist with.
Use it like Google.
At the most, I will be like, okay, I have a client that is asking about this.
So how do you do PII no personal identifiable information inside, right?
Or maybe a little bit of like a public
situational questions.
I mean, most I hear would be, let's say there's some do some policy comparison of different products in the market.
Because they are all available public
information.
I think those are still fine.
I bring this up because I feel that there's a need to at least know that MAS is looking at like such level of data sensitivity, and if you are deploying OpenClaw and then you are dealing with client details and running analysis just like full blown without any oversight.
Maybe not yet. Or maybe be very, very careful. You know who you are.
Of course, we hope to guide more of this. I mean, as much as when we talk about this, we're also looking at it. We want to make sure that we do it in the right manner.
The potential is definitely there. So I guess it's a balance of the whole spectrum, right? So on one end you have the very very excited. I want to try this. I want to try that. I'm gonna give you my
which is good.
Give me my credit card details. I give you my whole calendar, my
which
email.
Is not me.
Good. My whole contact list, and then I say plan my life. I mean, I do see people who actually really give credit card details to their AI agent. Then they can just say, buy me or book this holiday for me. So the AI agent will go and research whatever and then book your holiday, your air tickets and whatnot. As cool as that might sound, but a lot of things can happen, right? So on one end you have the very excited one, the early adopters. But we also do want to be on the other end, whereby we say that so like very dangerous. So you know the typical, Singaporeans, they say we're a bit kiasi kind of mentality. We do want to go down that route as well. It's like imagine last time when our ancestors they discovered fires, dangerous, then to use them. We are still living in the dark ages, right? So I think we'll probably land somewhere in between.
I think we'll monitor the trend. I mean, there are a lot of smart people out there. People are testing it. Basically, they're putting guardrails to make sure that the agent, whatever the open claw, whatever claw they name themselves, they actually
lots of claws right now.
they have the funny names for it, like Jarvis, Artemis. I mean, it's personalized, but
you can name it whatever you want,
So many things are flying.
So basically, I think if they put in the right guardrails, I think there's a fair chance very, very soon we should have a more stable one that higher assurance. I mean, I'm not like the best, like the most technical person. I also cannot see the future. I cannot say that it's 100%, but I feel that for all technologies that came past us, it was never 100%.
Yes.
Right.
So we'll go with it with some risk management. So I guess that will be always the mindset we will take.
Okay. Which I guess brings me to my next question.
Sure. I'm looking forward to all the questions you asked this episode.
Yeah,
those are really good.
I'm enjoying this dynamic.
I guess with like all these groundbreaking things happening in the AI space, as a part of the 90%, it just doesn't feel like much things are changing.
Okay.
Like, it just feels like, people are talking about it, but what is actually going on? Yeah, my life is still the same. I still use chat as Google.
She's admitting it.
I think it comes down to okay, so tools are just tools, right? End of the day, AI being a very smart tool is just a tool. It really depends on the users and the change in the behavior of how people use it. For example, if you use it as a more efficient way of searching for things, I think it works, but there are other ways to use it as well. So I think it needs to the front runner, the early adopters, right, are moving beyond that to really use AI as part of the workflow. So I mean, whatever one was asking you just now, if you list down your entire workflow, there should be some low-lying fruits whereby, maybe this part we can actually use AI to do. That part we can use AI to do. So the question really comes down to changing the user behavior more than anything else.
A large part is old habits, right?
Yes, correct.
So I think this episode allows maybe you, and not just you, maybe all the advisors who are listening in, that to realize that you do not know what you do not know. You close that loop, then you realize that, okay, maybe there's some consideration. I mean, I hope hearing this, you might be like a bit more open to considering testing some stuff using AI in your workflow.
I always attend all the AI training.
And then realizing that it's my old habits. Can I just use it as a chat? But I guess there's always somewhere to start. It's like, I don't know, man, it's like you look at your parents last time use Facebook. They struggle, they will laugh at them. They also struggling to use. I mean, I'm saying this because I also had my moments when I was like testing or learning AI stuff. And I'm like, you sure this works? Then you test it and then you struggle, you realize that it's uncomfortable. By now you realize, actually, if someone has done it in a way that is efficient, I think it's good to give it a shot. Of course, safely.
As with all new technologies. That's basically how the trend actually goes.
Then, in your opinion, what can consultants start to adopt or start to do to be part of this?
I feel that already there are certain trends happening. It should usually start off with the lowest lying fruit.
Okay.
Like things that most people do not like to do, like administrative work.
Okay.
Really, like making sure that all your meetings are recorded, and then you're capturing all the main stuff inside the thing that's transcribed, send a summary to the client, and capture all this into your CRM. I think those are very fundamental things that can be start to do with.
Okay.
But on top of that, of course, there are other stuff like context intelligence. How do you tap on all these data you have? I think there's a second phase, but we can talk about it further down the road. But mainly, I think for a start, think of all the admin work that you ask your PA to do, or you're already currently doing, right? I'm sure there's something that can be solved. That's the starting point.
Right.
So I think certain users, like for example, we do see a lot of people use AI as a coach. So
that's true.
that's something that can be used as well. Because in our work, right, there's a lot of training to be done. And if you always require a human coach to be beside you, right, then there's going to be a lot. It's difficult to improve yourself or time consuming, right? Imagine the AI is just right there in your pocket all the time. So, and it can actually help you understand your process, your clients take on your process, then that's a wonderful tool to have actually. That's also something else to look
like
into.
therapists.
When Ned said coach, I was thinking
I mean, effectively is about someone beside you, helping you walk along with you to make you do better along the way. It serves the same function.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my general take will always be like, I feel there's a lot of good awareness created by talking to AI, telling you what your blind spot, right? I always think that it's good to be close by a human loop, if much as possible. Meaning, say, I'm sure you have mentors, you have like coaches, real coaches.
Yeah.
As you review yourself with the AI, you can bring those topics to discuss with a human who is, of course, have good perspective, and then run through with them. I think that will tremendously help you create a good feedback loop to improve overall. Yeah.
So I guess it's safe to say that overall AI will not replace us, but it will be
I would say yes.
part of our.
I think the
tool.
risk is less of AI replacing us as financial consultants. The bigger risk is us as financial consultants staying the same and not using new tools, new advancement, or just we've been in this industry for a while. I don't think our industry is always the fastest at adopting new technologies and whatnot, right? I mean, look, it took a worldwide COVID issue, right, to actually transit us towards more digital way of doing things, and that's just maybe 5-6 years ago. Yeah, so without that, we might still be doing paperwork, like literally writing on pen and paper, right? So I don't need another pandemic to drive adoption lah. But AI is really something that I think we can explore a little bit more, but not to replace us, more so to change the way we approach the tools and the usage of it more than anything else.
Yeah. I think there's always this, definitely we have this fear about like, will it replace us, etc. So I would think we always should think from the consumer point of view.
Right.
Like, what do clients need from us? So I think in general, clients still want us to be able to walk through their financial journey. But I think they are definitely expecting faster, more accurate, more up-to-date things from you, but definitely that can be done from you being an AI-powered advisor. You can get those data. But then again, they still want to hear your judgment. What should I do? Is this real? Is this the way to go about doing it? I think those are the things will probably not go away anytime soon. I think it's something that we should invest time into uplifting ourselves or move ourselves up the value chain in terms of providing, helping, talking to the clients. That's my take.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what this podcast is all about, right? Raising the bar for the industry.
Yeah. I guess from what you both have shared, it seems that AI is really, under the surface, starting to change the whole advisory landscape. And it's really just filtering out, people who are adopting and not adopting. And eventually, if we do not follow suit, then we will automatically be
that should
relevant.
be the first wave of elimination. People who are slower to adopt or don't want to change the way they do things. Yes, clients trust us. We have relationship with them over a long period of time, right? But we cannot just rest on our laurels and then just assume that will always last. If someone comes along faster, better, more accurate, and then instead of spending so much time on all this maybe administrative stuff, right, then they truly spend time to really understand our clients, connect with them, coach them through difficult times. Yeah, right now, fluctuations in the market. What do you do? Do you see as a buy opportunity and whatnot? These are the real value that I think a consultant can actually bring onto the table, rather than just do all the administrative stuff.
So for consultants, it would be to be more adaptive and also to bring ourselves up in terms of the value addedness we provide, right? Is that the...
Yeah, I think AI can make you feel very happy taking away like 80% of admin work.
Yes,
that's
sure.
like, I feel that that's a huge win. From there, once you free up capacity, then you can focus your time on like upgrading or adding more better value to the client.
How about clients? What should clients think about all this?
No, I think clients themselves would be using AI in all ways and means. So I believe that the expectation of what the advisor have to deliver is keep going up.
It's higher.
It's like, it will be very clear if an advisor don't use AI, me and an advisor I don't know, still use pen and paper. I would believe that the difference is going to be clear, and then the expectation is there, both in accuracy, service fulfillment. But still the key thing is, the differentiating, in my opinion, is how the client engage the advisor, the quality of the questions that the advisor asks. Are you really acting in my best interest? All these things will continue to be.
That's something to pay extra attention to as a client looking at the consultants in this industry.
Then what about for business leaders?
Business leaders or leaders in this industry, right? So I think we need to play the role of guiding the adoption in a correct way, like what we mentioned a lot just now. So again, back to the spectrum. So don't hide in your cave and say, no, nothing's happening. Nor just chong out there and then just, okay, we apply this, apply that. So I think the best way to look at this, right, is really find ways whereby AI can really help us in our workflows. Not just look good, not just feel good, or I'm applying AI like a like a sexy thing, but really find ways to embed it into our day-to-day workflow to make it useful for us. While at the same time, right, make sure that our guys are adopting it based on, which is very
Changing
good regulation,
the old
changing the old habits. Be brave enough to try new things, but also understand the risk involved in it. I think that's the role that business leaders should take in this new environment of us.
Fully agreed.
I think maybe one of the next episodes, we can discuss if AI is taking over so much of our workflow, potentially, then what are advisors paid for?
Sounds like
Love to talk about
we can dive deep into that. I feel, because as we are talking about to our guys right now, right, we realize that they are creating a lot of value above and beyond the standard whatever comparison, technical information advantage that we have last time.
Very good question. We should talk about that.
Look forward to that.
Thank you.
Look
I
forward
think
to
we're
that. But at least today, right, we hope that our viewers, our listeners, right, have a good chance to really actually have exposure to this new trend that is happening.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then we will hopefully see you in the next episode. And if you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, and share.
See you.
Bye.